Yo, what's going on? It's Fuego here, and today I'm going to be bringing back the Boss Bandit spam deck. You guys loved it last time, so it is making a return, and let me tell you guys, this deck is absolutely torture to face. I've used it in a previous video, and I have played against it a few times in Path of Legends, and man, it is not a fun day, let me tell you that. But we're going to be using it here. Looks like our opponent is already dropping some emotes. You know I'm ready for that. Let's try and keep our Boss Bandit alive, but yeah, as you guys can probably tell, this deck really doesn't take too much skill here. Like, I'm just going to go Goblin Curse Rage on top of this Witch, and I'm going to get a ton of value. Boss Bandit's still alive, and he just played the Skarmy into the Goblin Curse. Got a little bit lucky that time, but this game, or this deck rather, you can really just play with your brain on autopilot. Just kind of spam cards, and somehow it works. So, let's go with our Barrel Ice Spear on the right. Does he have a spell in hand for this? He does have the Snowball, but that's still a ton of Goblin damage. Perfect stuff right there, and that gives us the damage lead. So a lot of times with this deck, it's very important to figure out what your opponent is playing, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure what my opponent's playing. He has Ice Whiz, Snowball, Lightning. Not too incredibly sure what we're dealing with here, but okay, looks like it's the Hog. So he's got Skarmy, Hog Rider. Very unique deck, you could say, but I'm very happy to see that this guy has the Skarmy because that is yelling a good Goblin Curse to me. So hopefully we can pull off one of those in this match. The bait of this guy's deck is a little bit harder to deal with, but Boss Bandit's going to help us clutch up here, and I'm definitely going to be hovering my Goblin Curse. I think I'll play it right here anyway just to kill these, try and damage this Evo Witch, honestly, because Evo Witch is quite a card, right? Oh, wait. Oh, man. He played his Skeleton Army at the perfect time. But the Bush is still going to get some nice damage. So I need to go Dark Goblin. I hope this Dark Goblin cleans up and I don't have to Rage. Okay, I think I just made the greatest mistake of my life because that's literally my whole tower down, all because I wanted to save my Rage. And yeah, not exactly what I was looking for. But this deck does have comeback potential, so you got to trust the process, right? He goes with, okay, Snowball the back. Oh, nah. He's getting a little crazy now. We're going to pressure. I need to get a nice, like, Goblin Curse, maybe. Yes, he gave me the Goblin Curse, Skarmy on top of tower. I'm going to kill that instantly. Bam, we have so many goblins, yo! Oh my goodness, this guy may have BM'd a little bit too soon. I made a mistake, but he made an even bigger one, and now we are actually up in damage again. So let's just keep this rolling here. We could see, yeah, I was going to say, probably going to see a Hog Rider the pocket. He does get me with the Evo Snowball a little bit, but I mean, that's only, what, one Hog shot? Yeah, we are fine. And guys, does he not learn from his mistakes? Goblin Curse Rage on top of tower for the second time in the same match, and that's going to be GG, man. Nothing he can do about it. Skarmy on top of the tower is not the play against this deck, and hopefully my man X has learned after his second mistake. Nothing feels better than a comeback against a BMer. I'll definitely take that. In the next match here against Azion Bolt, and man, Goblin Curse is such a crazy card. Like, the upside of a 2 elixir card is unmatched, and I absolutely love it. So, this deck definitely uses Goblin Curse to the max, so make sure to be getting your value when you're running that. So, looks like our opponent might have a little bit of a bait deck going here, which, you know what, I can respect. Not the greatest to see since we are running the Cannoneer, of course, but I think we can still make it work here. Let's kind of just let everything go for now. We'll see what his responses are looking like. He does have a Goblin Gang, so that's already looking like a good card for our Goblin Curse, so I am liking that. And our Bush gets some damage on top of tower, man, so very nice way to start things out here. I think I'll let one Wallbreaker connect there against the Cannoneer Tower Troop, and then we'll probably pressure a little bit here. This deck, it really doesn't have the greatest defense. A lot of times you're going to find yourself in tower trades or just trading a lot of damage with your opponent, but don't really worry. It's just kind of part of the nature of the deck, right? Let's get our Ice Spirit here, and I might even go Evo Dart just to secure this defense here. Bush on the left for extra pressure, and let's go Barrel as well. See how he handles this. He could go with a Goblin Gang, so let's see. No, he doesn't go for it. He just gives us all that barrel damage. Don't even need the Goblin Curse. That is free. And this guy, does he not know how the Suspicious Bush works, man? That's the second time he's played the mini Pekka, just like walked up way too soon before the Bush popped out on top of tower. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Some people don't know how to defend the Curse. Some people don't know how to defend the Bush. Like, you really just abuse a bunch of the new cards here, which is kind of funny. Let's go with our Ice Spirit. I think we should be able to take out these wall breakers, but that is going to be a ton of damage from that. Yeah, didn't get the Bush down in time, so there is going to be a ton of damage there. But, I mean, we have so much damage on the second tower, I'm really not too concerned. Boss Bandit chipping down the King Tower, man. I didn't even see that up there. That is amazing. And let's just focus on getting this second crown here, and then I think we will be taking home a pretty solid dub. We know he has the arrows, though, so I do need to watch out for that. I think I'm just going to go Goblin Curse Rage. I mean, that's 4 goblins, right, if we get those? Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. That is easy tower down. Goblin Curse and Suspicious Bush are MVPs right here. Cannoneer is going to take out that Dark Goblin. Did get a fair bit of chip, but, I mean, you know what? That's okay with me. Man, these drills the back are honestly very good plays. I think these Wallburgers connect no matter what I do here, right? Yeah, okay. Looks like we did kill 1 in time, so that's beautiful. And it looks like we might be going to a 3-crown race here, which I'm definitely in a pretty prime position to, so I really would be open to that. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I get the curse down in time? I don't have enough for the rage, but I'm going to just play it anyway. No, man, I missed it. Just a little too shy. That's unfortunate. He will take our tower here, so we'll go to a 3-game. But, yo, look at the bush on top of tower. He can't stop the bush, and that's a 3-crown, man. I don't know what it is about this deck, but I feel like there's always a little tiny bait card slipping through that clutches up, so very nice win. In the last match here, and even though this isn't like the best deck in the game by any means, I do find it very fun to play because whenever I play this deck, I truly have the most fun in Clash Royale. Like, I know I'm not sweating. I know I'm literally just having fun, just trying to get crazy Goblin Curses on top of tower, which, you know what, that's got to be one of the best feelings. So, especially early season, right? You know, the low stakes right now, really not too much going on, so definitely a good feeling playing a sort of meme deck like this, but it also does have like solid deck potential, if you get what I'm saying. So let's see, Bush and Bandit getting some damage off rip here, forces out the bowler. All right, perfect. I'll go pressure opposite lane, and we get a ton of damage in both lanes, so perfect stuff. Doesn't have an answer for the gang on the right. Yo, let's go. So much damage. You guys know I'm always taking that. Oh, but we got the graveyard coming down, so I think Dark Goblin Rage should be all right here, though, right? Let's go with the early Rage, kill those skeletons, and yeah, look at that, man. Graveyard against the Cannoneer, but the Dark Goblin gets the job done. So beautiful stuff. But let me know do you guys have other decks that you play with? Kind of just like maybe just turn your brain off. You're not super sweating, but you have a lot of fun playing. Because other decks that come to mind, I mean, the spam bait decks are definitely up there. I mean, I feel like Recruits is kind of like that in general. I'm trying to think of what other decks, though. I don't know. I do like Xbow Pump, but Xbow Pump is not the greatest combo, so you do have to kind of try a little bit. But those are kind of the first decks that come to mind for me. So, I mean, homemade decks are definitely up there. Any homemade deck, honestly, is just always fun to play with, of course. But okay, so he does get the King Tower activation, but I mean, at this point, his tower is already hurting, so I think that is definitely fine by us. Let's cycle a curse, you know, just on defense. Nothing like a defensive curse, right? And then we'll go with our gang here. I didn't want to cycle my boss bandit because this guy does have the bowler and the guards, so he does have some pretty good counters. Let's get this. Oh, nice. Dark Goblin sniping from the river. It is going to die, but as long as it kills that Evo Knight, that is okay by me. Let's make sure we start chipping down this eye drag here. Can even pull that to the side if need be. And I think I'm going to defensive barrel on top of this bowler. I really would, just to like damage it a little bit here, and then we can take care of this graveyard. Luckily, the Cannoneer is chipping out the bowler, so we are going to do good stuff. And look, the Bandit locks on top of tower. He spent way too much elixir going in on offense, and even though he got some damage, he did pay the price on the right. We got the Suspicious Bush coming down here. Can he stop it? I don't think he has time, man. Look at the pressure. It's just insane. I'm going to keep spamming bushes because that's the only thing I know how to do. And hopefully we get this second crown. Do you guys think we can get it here? Let's go for the barrel. He could go for guards, or yeah, looks like he's just kind of giving up. Let's go for the rage here as well, just for the memes. We got a few more goblins, but that is going to do it, guys. That is good game. And I mean, honestly, this is just a super fun deck. So if you're stressing too much and you need a break, definitely give it a try. But that's all for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.